Hey everybody, this is CivilGear, taking a look at the Nitecore tube, the USB rechargeable keychain light by Nitecore. And I was so thrilled to find this, to finally have a keychain light that you could repeatedly depend on that's chargeable. You didn't have to rely upon AAA batteries or a little watch battery that would eventually give out and you'd have to pay, I don't know, another $10 to get a battery for it. I love the thin design, so I can hold it real tightly between two fingers and have the rest of my keys dangle off the edge. I think it's a great secure hold. The body's made out of a polycarbonate plastic, I believe, so it's a really durable type plastic. It comes in a variety of colors and tints: blue, pink, olive, black, and this clear. I really like the clear because you can see through it. You can see the circuit boards and the battery. Just kind of fun to look at, and in case anyone really needs to take a closer look if you're taking this through the airport or something, thought that was neat. And also the light shines pretty nicely through the body, and I wanted all the light I could get out of it. It also has this really robust and durable keychain hook. It's got a dual link in the back, so you know it will never just break off like those other old mag-like keychains with the little tiny key ring on them. So anyways, I'm really excited about the durability, the way this looks. I believe it's has good IPX rating. It's not quite an IPX8, but it is resistant to water and dust. I'm just going to go over the user interface a little bit. It's got this little 1/4-inch button here. It's rubber, so it has a grip, easy to find in the dark. It has a 2-stage switch. Well, it's a single stage, but it has a single click and a double click. The single click gets you into the low mode. I believe it uses PMF to modulate the light output, so you may see some wavy lines from the light output. To get to high mode, which I believe is 45 lumens, you double click from off. And it can be a slow double click. It's got a pretty decent amount of output, and that's one of the highest I've seen for an LED light, keychain light in this economy price point. It has some other modes too. It has a momentary mode. You just push and hold down the button and it comes on as long as you hold it in the high mode. And so if I let go, it turns off. It's got this very fancy variable output mode, which it advertises. I'm not sure who would want to use this, but it's kind of fun to play around with. To use the variable output mode, you click it once into low mode, and then you push and hold the button to adjust the output. And you can tell it adjusts in varying step levels. And it goes from low to high and then starts back at low. So you really have to practice this to really get it to the max output if that's what you're looking for. And I believe it's about 5 seconds from low to high. And so you got to really be quick on the trigger to get where you want it. So those are all the output modes for the Nitecore tube. On the side here is a USB charging port, and this is a godsend. But you may want to grow your fingernails out a little bit if you're going to be charging this on a daily basis, because this thing's a little bit tight in there. It takes some practice, but I take my fingernail and just jab it right here in the corner, and that pops out like that. And so it uses the micro USB. And I've got one right here plugged in. That's the end there. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And it has this charging light on the back, which is awesome. So you know when the light's plugged in and when it's done. This will automatically turn off and stop charging when it's reached its full capacity. I always plug it in when I'm sitting at my desk at work, so it's always good and charged. The light won't operate when you have it plugged in though. So just so you're aware of that. Yeah, overall I'm very impressed with the output of this light and how easy it is to hold and to use. I've had various keychain lights in the past, and harkening back to the Maglite AAA lights where you have to kind of turn the end in order to turn it on, and to try and grasp the body and rotate it with your fingers is just always a little bit tricky. So I really appreciate just a simple button and a nice flat sturdy surface in which to hold on to the light. So yeah, and I'm excited that I'm pretty sure I can depend on this always being there. I know the battery will eventually stop charging all the way, but for this price point, I think everyone should have one of these. Anyways, that's all for now from CivilGear. Hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you next time.